Roland, the Fiddle Geek, talking about making it faster. When we're increasing speed on a fiddle tune, it's not uncommon to hit walls where we can't go faster than a certain speed, but it's not usually that we can't get any of the piece faster. It's that there are certain spots that are tripping us up. So we have to pinpoint those spots because the solution to getting it faster will depend on what kind of obstacle we're encountering. Bluegrass Daddy's transcription of Uncle Pen by Bill Monroe has examples of 3 of the main types of obstacle in it. So I'm going to go through that and show you what I would do to increase the speed in each of those instances. Then I'm going to play at a pretty good clip, medium fast, I would say, and you can play along and see how you did with increasing speed. And then after that, I have a really important tip that has helped me quite a bit in my own playing. I hope you stick around till the end to hear that tip because it's so helpful. I'm putting a link to Bluegrass Daddy's website in the description below. I'll let him teach it to you, and you can use his tabs and sheet music and whatever you need to do if you don't already know the tune. When you're trying to increase the speed of a tune, we'll warm up, obviously, but then play it at the threshold speed or a little bit faster even to see where your sticky spots are, where you trip up, and then see if you can figure out what type of sticky spot it is. It might be one of these 3 types that I'm about to show you now. The first spot that I get to in Uncle Pen, going from here to here, this 2 double strings, D and A to D and G, and from a double string to a double string is a greater distance than from a single string to the next string. And I solve that problem with bow races. So going from one set of double string to the other as fast as I can. I say, on your mark, get set, go, play it where you landed. You could do any rhythm, but that one works really well because it has the stops at the end and then a quick scoot to the next string. So let's do 5 bow races from the A and D string to the D and G string. And in order to do the bow races most efficiently, I use my elbow to get me there. I could use my hand, but that doesn't sound as good. Right? Here's my arm. I think the arm sounds better because I have more weight on the string. Here, my arm weight is going to the floor. So 5 bow races. Ready, go. Okay, that's one issue with this spot. The other one is getting that C sharp, the high 3rd finger on the G string. We separate out that issue and just do a finger race. Let's do it all on the D string. And you know, this particular combination of fingers isn't in Uncle Pen. But that's okay. We're still practicing the motion. Now we're going to practice it on the G string. Still not in Uncle Pen. Now we're going to do from the D string to the G string. And that's more like what's in Uncle Pen. But the Bluegrass Daddy version has the drones in there, which add extra distance to the bow part of the race. So let's do each of those races 3 times. So the D string race from 1 to 3 with a space between 1 and 2 and a space between 2 and 3. Ready, go. Breathe. Breathe. G string. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, and now from D to G. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, and now the double string version. Breathe. Breathe. Good, and you may think that that did not do anything at all. Those were all easy, especially doing them several times in a row. We can do those finger races easily. We can do the bow races easily. We could do the finger and bow races. That was probably fairly straightforward for you. But now, let's do that little spot again. And just that much. And see if you can do it faster than you could before. Okay? Does it feel easier? And if not, don't think that this doesn't work for you. You just need to practice finger and bow races a little bit more, and then those specific finger and bow races, and then you will see improvement. The next spot is the same kind of thing. A finger race from 2 to 4, and a bow race from D and A to A and E. So let's do the finger race from D2 to D4. Ready, go. Ready, go. Breathe and good. And you might want to do it 5 times in a row. Sometimes I have my students do it how many years they are old. I don't think that you probably want to do that, but you're welcome to if it helps. Good. And now let's do the bow race. Good. And you notice I'm trying to remember to breathe after each version, because sometimes we tend to hold our breath, and then after probably just one shy of the number that you decided to do in a row, you start messing up. But if you keep breathing, then you're more likely to do the number that you set out to do in the first place. That's all we have to do for this particular one. Right? That's all sorted, or at least you know how to tackle it. But this part, that is kind of a tongue twister. If we just take the A string part, and let's do no bowing for right now. The way I tackle tongue twister fingers is doing pizzas and oranges. The pizza rhythm is pizza, pizza. Okay, let's do that 3 times. Ready, go. Good. And then oranges. So orange, the orange rhythm is orange, orange. Okay, let's do that 3 times. Okay, let's also do double strings. And starting up bow. And starting up bow again. Good, and pizza. Good. So, I'm cured. How about you? Let's see. There was one other spot, and it's similar to the finger and bow race one we did before. It is, in fact, a finger and bow race. It's from double string to a single string. It's at the end of the second phrase. Right? We just do a bow race from double strings to the single string. Ready, go. And then we're going to do a bow race. Open to high 3, right? That sounds beautiful. And good. And now we're going to do the finger and bow race. And see if that helps. Now, I've tackled all my issues in Uncle Pen. If you have any different ones that you're having trouble fixing, drop them in the comments below. I'm going to play this transcription of Uncle Pen straight through at 90 beats per minute. And then after that, I'll have one last tip for you. And It's an important tip, believe me. Let's go. 1, 2, ready, play. So I put my hair in a ponytail because I was hot, and I don't play well fast when I'm hot. That's not my tip, though. But the tip is, after working up your speed, playing as fast as you can, seeing what your threshold is, you take it down to a comfortable speed. So the last thing you play is something that's comfortable to play with ideal motions, right? You can play it almost perfectly at that speed, and it's easy to play perfectly. That's what your body's going to remember at night when you go to sleep. Your brain does remarkable things when you're sleeping, and I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of it, but I do know that if you end your practice with ideal motions, then you're more likely to recover those same motions when you go to practice the next day. You'll notice that I play different bowings in the intro than in the demo. That's because Bluegrass Daddy's bowings are the Nashville Shuffle, but Bill Monroe's band plays different bowings, and I use bowings more like their bowings. I'm happy to show you those when I've recorded that video. I'll put it here. Until then, this is a really good video for you to watch next. See you there.